I'm Megan Bennett.
I'm Leslie Meyer.
And this is Gen X Women Are Sick of This Shit. Hi, Leslie.
Oh, hi. Are we starting right now? Right now?
I don't know. We can start. We can try it again.
We're here. No, I think this is a great beginning. Let's just keep it this way. I think that's fine.
Happy holidays, Leslie.
Happy holidays.
How the hell are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a little weary. This end of the year is wearying.
It's just hard because there's so much going on. So I feel bad because we missed a podcast date.
Oh, yeah. So, it's our first ever fall miss. And we talked about doing a repost, and I thought about that. Honestly, I did not even have time to do it.
It's just life, man.
And I was like, they'll be okay. Maybe they'll be like, and
what?
We'll
I can't live without them.
But I didn't get any emails. So I think
but you can.
They're emails. I didn't get emails. So I think we're going to be okay. But we really are here and coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Did we mention that we both have full-time jobs?
Full-time jobs and families.
Oh my gosh.
Zero hobbies.
Outside obligations.
Got zero hobbies.
This is the hobby. This is the hobby. Dogs.
Puppies and kitties.
You know, listening audience, you're all fucking busy too. We get it.
Yes.
You get it.
Yes.
And here we are.
Hi.
And in theory, some people spent some time with some family members over the past.
They had some Thanksgiving, if that is something that you celebrate.
Yep. Which is it's toss up these days. It's tricky. Interesting.
Well, if you're listening from Europe, you're kind of like,
what?
What's with
it's a gathering
you
experience.
Had Guy Fawkes Day instead in the UK, which is pretty fucking cool holiday, actually.
Fair point.
Kind of wish we had that.
We could have just done that for ourselves, really, I guess, if we'd wanted to. Let's co-opt some other holidays from other countries.
Can we borrow your Guy Fawkes holiday and just have a big bonfire and burn some shit?
Thanks.
Yeah.
It might just get there all by itself.
Remember. Cool. So we've got holiday stuff on the mind. We've got shopping that we're doing. We've got decorating that's happening. Your house is done.
It was warm early November.
Yeah.
Mid-ish
It is not now.
And we had a single weekend Saturday that was available. And I was like, we're fucking doing Christmas lights right now.
Yeah.
So we did festive up the fuck of the outside of the house.
Nice.
And then the inside is mostly done. The tree is up. There's 10 ornaments on it. I got to finish that. It'll probably be this weekend.
It's fine.
It's just for the big Christmas Day. And then after the first of the year, it all comes back down. But I like it cozy. I like it just the lights more than anything. I would just drape lights everywhere, really. And
I agree.
Glitter and
I agree. We were going to do everything. I was actually going to do it before Thanksgiving and I didn't. So then I was like, well, we'll do it after. And I got everything out, the husband pulled everything out of the garage and I brought everything inside and we've got a fake tree and it was all pre-lit and everything except this year where the top lit and the bottom lit, but the middle not so much. So that bad boy went to Recycle Force. So it will be stripped and all the pieces recycled.
Oh, brilliant.
And which is great. And we went immediately and bought a new tree. This one not lit.
Yeah.
So I can have it be colored lights or I can have it be white lights or I can have it be red lights or I can have it be whatever. Purple. I don't care. So this year it is multicolored lights.
Ah, that's
very, very pretty.
Very festive.
Yeah.
Do you put any shit out in front of your house? I got very few words right now.
I got no shit in my yard. So we have, I really want some I don't know, over the top Christmas decorations in my front yard. I think that'd be really fun.
Super fun.
I just haven't found the thing that it is yet.
Understand.
I feel like there's, I don't know.
Have you seen the giant inflatable Christmas Bucky beaver?
I would be okay with that, I think.
I saw one of those.
That's pretty funny.
And I was like, that's funny.
Yeah.
I might do that.
That's pretty funny. We have some lanterns that are hanging on our porch.
Very pretty.
That have little battery candle lit up things. And they're on little timers. So they turn on when it gets dark, and
oh yeah,
it's nice. So we don't have to go out and do anything with them, but that's fun. And a lot of times I'll put lights on the bushes and stuff, but it got fucking cold.
It did. It got too cold too fast.
Yeah.
We were going to do more, and it just was like dumb. By the time Thanksgiving hit, I was like, I think we
good enough.
Yeah. My kids, nobody cares about this. Let me think about it. Okay, it's fine. We did this project this summer. I was like, how far down this ADHD rabbit hole do we want to go right now? We did a project this summer. We tore a chunk of our garage off and like rebuilt the original doors. Yeah. And they are barn doors. Yeah. But they are barn doors. We built them. It's very cute. So like before it got cold, I had to like get primer on all of the raw wood. God. And it's white and it's so cute. And so then I was like, I have to get like real pine garland so that it looks like a barn, right? And I put a real pine wreath out there. It's also in the front, and I put lights around it. And so my daughter comes home for Thanksgiving, and I was like, "Look!"
She's like, "What in the Joanna Gaines
I know, right?
hellscape is this?"
And we like put lights in the back because we look at it. It's really pretty to look out in the backyard because we see it all the time. And then she's like, Mom, you only got like the white paint like 6 inches out around the door. And I was like, fuck you.
God damn it.
I was like, yes, I didn't get the whole garage painted. Thanks for noticing. But it is really cute. And I go in and out there to get to my car. So I do feel like, I'm going to my barn. You know, I live in the city, let's be clear.
That's pretty funny. I'm always a little bit, I've got very little space in my yard. It's a pretty small yard. Three little bushes. Like it would really not take me very long to put stuff on.
Sure.
But
yes,
I'm a Gemini, so you would think it wouldn't bother me.
Okay.
But I am so anal retentive when it comes to lights. Like everything has to be spaced the same amount.
Oh, yeah.
You can't mix. Like you just don't mix your colored lights and your white lights.
Agreed.
That is just what kind of crazy bullshit is that?
Yes.
So it's a lot of work.
It is.
Like I go out there and it's not just throwing lights up.
No.
That'll make me nuts.
Do you ever do the blankets, the light blankets, or is that too?
No, because they're too evenly spaced.
Yeah. They don't look natural. No, I totally feel this.
So bad.
I understand. It's a thing. It's a visual thing. And I worked in visual displays for like.
Producer Tim is shaking his head at me like what is fucking wrong with you?
And he's also going, that is exactly how.
It's not wrong.
I worked in visual display for Lazarus Macy's for a long time.
Yeah.
So I have opinions about where shit goes.
Yeah, like things have to be even. I did when I worked retail. Yes. They would send you the display. They just send you the stuff that was supposed to be in the main window. And then you would have a piece of paper that came with it, and it would tell you exactly how everything was supposed to lay out.
Yep.
And I was always the one who was chosen to do it because I was just like, now, do I hang up my clothes? No, I do not.
No, those live in baskets.
I have a chair in my bedroom. Yes. It is piled up to basically my height in clothes.
ADHD.
Because
that's the most boring, fucking repetitive, pointless task in the universe.
Yes,
it's awful. Maybe 4 times a year.
But can I do a display in a window? Hell yeah, I can.
You're the fucking
Macy's,
queen.
I'm right here. I'm just waiting for the call.
Let's go.
So funny.
So here we are. We're going to do a little like nostalgic holiday episode today. We did kind of like all the Christmas movies last year that we watched.
Oh, and the TV shows and
we talked about decorations on one. It's actually probably one of our most listened to episodes. I can't remember if we broke that up into 2, but it is like almost 2 hours.
Y'all do you remember? Yeah. You remember Rudolph? Hell yeah, you
wild.
Do. Yeah.
Like it's probably has the most downloads. So I don't know if it's going to be that much of I don't know that it'll be that well received, but we're super glad you liked that one, and we'll try to talk about something different. Yep, it sits at like 2,500 people.
That's so fun.
That episode.
That's so fun. I'm glad.
Which I love.
Well, and I hope that, I hope it brought back some memories for folks.
Yeah, that's really the point. I mean, I hope we're mildly amusing and you remember things.
Yeah. No, it's helpful.
That's it.
Just you and me talking. I'm like, oh shit, I remember that.
Yes,
you know,
really,
that's really fun.
Is just to keep our memories sharp.
We are trying to not, have our brains just go completely dormant.
I think that's totally true. But we should start these episodes like we often do.
Sure.
Which is sort of our
what happened recently?
What happened recently? Who died this week? And what shit are we sick of?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened on this day? You know, back in 1985, we talked about that too. So we're just going to do like a run through of a few things.
Do it. What do you? I don't know. We can start at the beginning.
The who died. We were having to do a deep dive because we were like, okay, I haven't been on the internet and I haven't paid much attention.
It was fairly quiet of the last few weeks, right?
It's the calm before the storm of Christmas when we will lose in droves many famous people. So we actually turned from TV and movie stars to musicians. And I even had to like deep dive into this a little bit because I was like, why do I know this person? Steve Cropper, guitarist, member of Stax Records, Booker T and the MGs.
Oh, Booker T. Yeah.
Died.
Not a young man.
No, he was 84. I think that was December 3rd. But the reason that he sticks in my Gen X consciousness is that he played in the Blues Brothers band.
Yeah.
You were an adolescent and you watched the Blues Brothers. That made a massive impression on you. And I was going to say lots of specifics about him that have all left my brain. But he's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love that because he also toured, didn't he?
Yes. He continued to tour with the Blues Brothers, with Belushi and Aykroyd in the Blues Brothers band and played with them. And it was just awesome.
Yeah,
and that's
cool.
Such like an iconic, it's an iconic film.
Well, and Booker T and the MGs, what an awesome band anyway. So that's so cool that he, did all that.
Absolutely.
We also lost Jimmy Cliff, who reggae superstar. If you didn't have Jimmy Cliff, you probably wouldn't have had Bob Marley, wouldn't have had, Peter, blah, blah, blah. See? This is me losing my brain too.
It's the worst. I said all
It'll
the
come back to
words
me and
earlier.
then I'll be like, oh yeah.
I said all the like songs earlier. I was just like blah, 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 blah. And then it was all fucking gone.
Just gone.
Oh, created the famous guitar riff for their hit Soul Man. We're going backwards again. I mean, everybody knows that song. Green Onions played that.
Yep.
You were like, do you know that? I was like, nope. And then you turned it on and I was like, oh.
Within 2 notes, you were like,
super
Green
fucking know that song.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Super cool.
About a half a brain between the two of us.
Yes. And as the year winds down, it'll be worse.
It's the truth. It's the busier, like there's just less available space.
At some point, there will just be text between the two of us and it'll just be ... That's it. And it'll just be loading and nothing.
Do you know what I'm thinking about? It would be like, do you remember what I was texting you about? And you'll be like,
no.
I don't know.
But
I'm
okay.
glad you're here.
But happy holidays, Leslie.
I'm excited to hear from you. You did a little deep dive in like what happened like
this day in 1980.
Yes.
Because I was curious.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
It launched. It was the premiere of Magnum PI.
Oh, that's right.
When 9-year-old me went, well, he's kind of hot.
You said, old guys are hot.
Old guys are hot.
And I was like, how old was he?
54-year-old me is like, mustache ride. Don't mind if I do. 9-year-old me, not so much.
No.
But now I'm like,
he's dreamy.
Old guys hot.
And it turns out he was like 35.
He was 30. Okay. Yes. But he was old to 9-year-old me.
Hell yeah.
Like now I look back and I'm like, okay, he was a baby.
And even looking at him, you're
still
like,
hot,
okay, he's
a baby.
He's got an older look. I mean,
yes, you pointed that out.
He looks different. I mean, yeah. I was sort of sitting with like the 20 somethings, 25, 28, 29, 30-year-olds now who are sporting like super mustaches and we're getting close to like kind of 70s hair. And they have baby faces. Like, it just is not the same.
He was a very hairy man.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he had some hairy chest. He had some hairy legs. He had a nice butt. And I'm speaking like he's dead. He's not dead.
He's not.
He's just older now.
We don't want to start that rumor. I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
As of this recording, Tom Selleck is still alive.
Yes.
But yeah, I think 9-year-old me just was introduced to a very hot mustached man. Mustached.
I'm so proud of you. Part of my brain's like, what? And your 9-year-old psyche was like,
I think I know my mom.
Sexy.
I know my mom thought Tom Selleck was mega hot.
Okay. So there was like,
so there's probably that I probably rubbed off a little bit, but also he was mega hot. I mean, it just is what it is.
I love it.
And I loved him in Friends later. He was just very clever and cute.
Yes.
He actually got his start. He was doing commercials, and then he did 2 episode guest appearance in the Rockford Files in the 70s, like the late 70s.
Okay.
And then got his own show because of how well he did in the Rockford Files.
Based on 2 episodes?
Well,
he knew.
He was pretty hot. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't,
dear listeners,
not sure if you caught that, but
please rate Tom Selleck on a scale of 1 to 10 from the perspective of your prepubescent adolescence, prepubescent self.
God.
But on the cusp of puberty, like you're just right there.
I knew what I knew.
I
didn't know much, but something was stirring inside of me.
All that hair. You were like, sexy.
And I would say, like, I did not think as a teenager or a young adult that a mustached guy was particularly attractive.
Oh, no.
It was not like,
right.
That was something that your dad had a mustache,
absolutely.
right?
I think that's the part I can't get past.
And I just can't. Right. Well, okay. Yeah, fair.
I'm just like, he was also very nerdy. I mean, it was just not, it would not have been in the Tom.
Didn't have like the dimples and the whole bit that goes with. But I think, you mentioned like the kids these days with their facial hair. It's just, they just can't grow that mustache though. That's like
slightly,
it was full, right? Like there was no messing around.
But take it in the context in which it is meant. You need to see my 22-year-old's mustache. Oh my God. Seriously, he was walking down the sidewalk, like towards the bar, and one of our friends said, "Is that Tom Selleck?" I'm not kidding you, because his facial hair, like they said that he looked like, I don't remember what it was, but massive. He does have a gigantic upper lip. They thought he had like a cleft palate when he was born. He had this like really intense.
So he's accentuating it with this mustache.
Oh my gosh. He's just a facial hair heathen. It is, and it doesn't fit because he still has aspects of a baby face. My child will never listen to this, but so maybe if one of his buddies listens, they'll clue him in, because supposedly every once in a while they listen in. Just be like, dude, your mom is talking about you.
She's talking about your facial hair, man.
Super fucking funny, though. It's wild.
Does he maintain it? Like he... Okay, yeah.
I mean... Yeah. Like a 21-year-old is wont to do.
Okay.
If it lingers until 35, we'll see if it, I'll be much older.
Yeah.
It'll be some amount of years.
Some years older.
And we'll see how that goes.
Maybe you'll feel comfortable being like, it's time to shave that.
We'll report back in the future.
That's awesome. Anyway.
Enough of that story.
We have yes. This day in 1980, we were introduced to Magnum PI.
Go watch some reruns, friends.
Listen to that theme song. Have some fun. Yeah.
There you go. Should we take a little break and then we'll come back and hit it?
Let's do that. Gen X Women Are Sick of the Shit is supported by Lilas, Love You Like a Sis, a Gen X women's social club.
What's Lilas, Megan?
Lilas is our off-platform, off the Books of Faces, off all of the other traditional social media. It is our space and place for Gen X women to come together, have conversations, meet each other. It's a social club.
It is a social club. It's a membership-based club. Memberships are $10 a month. That does help support us in growing the platform. We purchased a platform that would host a network of women so that you could come together and meet each other in real time.
In a safer space,
Yes.
right, than a traditional social media platform, and a much more personal space. So what do we do there, Leslie?
We host movie nights where we live stream some of our favorites as they are available to us. For group watches of films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We host a space for a monthly book club. We host
Trivia nights
once a month. We have a live text chat.
4 prizes even.
4 prizes. That's true.
Yeah.
The space is able to host like weekly text chats so that you can kind of check in real time with people. I would say the critical difference between kind of what this space is and any other social media space that I've experienced is that it is active. You will have to engage in it or be engaged in it by other people. So it's not like a passive consumption thing. It's like making connections.
Yep. And if that's what you're looking for, the opportunity to meet other people, to find people who are maybe in the same similar spaces as you are.
Like-minded, same time phase of life, navigating all of those transitions.
Then this might be the right place for you. So check out Lilas. You can learn more about it at genxwomenpod.com. And we're back. Back to the future.
We are back.
I don't know.
We took a little pause, had a little chat.
Had to look at some facial hair.
We did have to look at some facial hair. And then we had to look at the things that we were talking about next.
Yes. So we're going to talk today about a couple of like the big gifts when we were kids.
Yes.
So the things that everybody was clamoring for, wanted to have, must have.
And we picked gifts that we each had like personal experience with because there were lots of popular toys.
Absolutely.
Like, so we just picked one each, basically. Like, I was watching a little video of just all the things that were hot in the 80s.
80s was a consumerism night. Well, I mean, depending on how you look at it, either a nightmare or a boon.
Right. And
one of the two.
Lots of fun things that we've talked about before. You know, the Speak and Spells and Rubik's Cubes.
Yes.
And all the action figures, Star Wars toys, He-Man, Transformers, GoBots.
My mom reminded me of the Orby, the 1980s ball toy, the Orby, where you like, it had a little ball in the end and like a little kind of bendy, I don't know, arms that were attached to it, and then streamers.
Yes.
And you could grab it by the little streamers and you could whip that sucker around and throw it. And it would go for like forever.
That's awesome.
So you could play catch with it and stuff like that. So she reminded me of that and that it was a toy that I had to have.
You were really excited about it.
And I completely forgotten about it, but I'm glad she remembered it. That was cool.
Yeah.
Orby.
I remember, I was a little bit old for the Care Bears, but I remember the Care Bears.
Yeah.
Rainbow Bright.
I had some
My Little Ponies.
Smurfs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lots of Smurfs.
Definitely.
I have a
Smurfs.
suitcase, I think, still of some Smurfs.
Do you really?
Yeah. Like some, I'm sure they're in various states of shitty condition, but yeah.
That's still kind of cool. I really liked the Smurfs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of Smurfs.
Kind of liked them. They were, now looking back, I'm like, how did I not be just completely annoyed by that?
But
I wasn't.
We were just raised in the water of misogyny. Like, why would we have just been
sure.
Of course, there's 50 little blue men,
and
one old man,
blonde
and one girl.
Except for the dark-haired girl, because there was one that was the evil one.
Yes, always.
And she, of course, had the dark hair. Fuck that. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, the stereotypes. You'll wonder.
She was created, I do believe, by Gargamel to, like...
By another old white guy.
Well, I think Smurfette was actually created by him, too.
Oh, interesting.
I think. Anyway.
You get a deep dive on some Smurf lore. I see
That's
that.
me. I'm just a vat of stupid knowledge of Smurfs.
I was looking too at like some gifts from the 70s that I would have had like, in my pre-8-year-old life. And one that was on the list was the Stretch Armstrong.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I definitely have a Stretch Armstrong. It was the best.
Yeah.
Like, why was that so cool?
Because it was like, I'm sure full of toxic goo. It was super
flatten
fun.
The shit out of him and like
stretch him forever.
Out. It was so good.
And you couldn't help but wonder what was really inside that. And if you had scissors in your hand, you had a moment of like,
I really want to cut this thing open.
Yeah.
All of that is sitting in a landfill somewhere. I'm sorry. R.I.P. Earth.
Right. Just leaching into our soil.
And, okay, here's what I want to know. If somebody has a Stretch Armstrong from the 70s.
I can't imagine they survived. I can't imagine.
Is
that rubber's going to break down.
That's what I want to know. Is it still soft and pliable? Did it degrade and all the goo fall out? What happened?
Or dry up?
What is its condition? Could we send that off to the lab where you should tell that story.
Oh, the Speak and Spell?
The Speak and Spell story.
If I haven't told it before, we had a Speak and Spell that was truly just lost its mind, and it started speaking and making up fake words. Hilarious. And so it would be like, spell Gerpa black. And you'd be like, what the fuck? What? And it totally was. I thought that maybe it was like a Russian, like,
sure,
like
Red Dawn.
The Reds were coming, and they were using my Speak and Spell to brainwash me. But this thing, it would do a regular word, and it would be fine, and then like the next word would be something completely made up.
Okay.
And so my mom actually had a friend who worked for
Texas Instruments.
Yeah, for Texas. Yes. Thank you for Texas. See, a
TI.
full brain between the two of us. But for Texas Instruments, and he sent it basically to Texas Instruments, and they took it apart, and they went through all this work to try to figure out what was wrong with it, and they could not figure it out. They just sent it back to us, and they were like, well, good luck.
That's amazing. I think that's amazing. Your mom, I was listening while she was telling you that story. And evidently they had like a great time with your Speak and Spell. They thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it was a complete mess.
And then they were just great. Like, we don't know what's wrong.
It probably was supposed to be sent to Mars or something. It's speaking a completely foreign language.
I think that's amazing.
Yep.
Well, I have a toy I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
And
what's that?
Ironically enough, I didn't actually get it for Christmas.
Okay.
Right away. Eventually I got one for Christmas. It's a long story. I'll try to make it not so long. But we were talking about stuff. I want to talk about the Cabbage Patch craze.
Oh my God, yes.
Do you remember this experience of the Cabbage Patch kids, dolls?
Yes. Yes, I do. I just remember there being a frenzy for them. There were riots, there were fights, there was all kinds of, there was price gouging and all the things for a doll. Yeah. And I probably was right in there wanting one real bad.
Of course.
I had one. I remember having one. Yeah.
Yes. So the Cabbage Patch doll came into my consciousness as a probably 7 or 8 year old. That seems about right. And no. Yeah, that's probably true. It was pre-10. I know that for sure because someone that I went to school with, her family drove her all the way to, I had to go and dig through this, to Babyland General Hospital in Cleveland, Georgia, to get an original soft sculpted pre-mass market Cabbage Patch doll.
That's something.
And that's when I learned about rich people. And I was like, oh, people drive to other states
to get toys
that are evidently very expensive. And it was like when they were all handmade, they were hand painted. Xavier Roberts was like a pop star amongst the fourth graders, third, fourth, probably even younger. I would imagine, its contemporary equivalent is like the American Girl doll store.
Yeah,
it's the closest, even though they're very different items. It was kind of like the beginning of that.
Yeah. Well, because they had you could buy outfits, so many different outfits. You could buy, Cabbage Patch shoes and
people made custom clothes.
Oh, yes.
Many a seamstress, very happy, making, adorable outfits and that kind of thing. So I do remember Cabbage Patch Kids in the 80s. And they went to mass market. They kind of started in the 70s. There's a little bit of history. It's actually every history's got some darkness in it. Supposedly, as a 21-year-old art student, Xavier Roberts rediscovered needle molding, a German technique for fabric sculpture from the early 1800s. Mm-hmm. He combined his interest in sculpture with quilting skills passed down from his mother and created this soft sculpture. So that was in 1976. It went on and won an award at this Osceola art show. He started making these things called Little People Originals and exhibiting them at arts and crafts shows. And people were paying in the 70s $40 to adopt these things. Yeah. So he won first place with one of them, and then it went on. Supposedly, there's of course a dark side to all of this, which is the only reason I'm saying this part. Organized 5 school friends and incorporates original Appalachian Artworks Incorporated. Xavier and his friends renovate the L.G. Neal Clinic, a turn-of-the-century medical facility in Cleveland, Georgia, and open Babyland General Hospital to the public for these things. So, of course, the dark side is what we think is he actually appropriated a product that was already being made by this woman who was an artist in Appalachia who did make something called Little People. And there was of course I've lost it. There was a court case and there was an undisclosed sum of money given to this woman who had actually made these things. So she
won, right? This court
It sounds like it did. And please forgive me for not remembering your name right now. If you're still living, it is very important that you are known, but it is not in my brain right now.
Yeah.
But I was just like, of course. And, who knows what went down, but it wouldn't surprise me if someone had already created something beautiful. And he was like, I can do that too.
Well, and he had the marketing mind behind him too, and already figured that part out. So it kind of tracks that she would, take the settlement. Right. You know what? I can't do what you're going to do. So, have at, I guess.
Or, it was just that was never her intention. And he kind of bought her out, basically, that kind of thing. She did sue him. I'll Google it later or we'll add it into a note or whatever. But they were a big deal because they were cute babies and you could go adopt them.
And they were all unique.
Names. So. Yes. Each one was different. You could get one that kind of looked like you. It's all of those things. So they went to mass market. They were developed between 1982 and 1983. Roberts leased his concept to Coleco, which was a toy company that redesigned the dolls for large scale production. And that's when they were named Cabbage Patch Kids. Before that, they had just been Little People. And he signed each one and you could go and meet him. I can't remember if the person that I knew that had one got to meet him. It's, I suppose, possible. They got birth certificates. You remember all that shit.
You get the birth certificate. I think you could send your birth certificate back in and rename the doll too if you wanted to. So I think mine was
their name.
Yeah. So mine was Pearl something or other, and I could have sent that birth certificate in and said, no, I want you to name her,
something better.
Phoebius, I don't know.
That's whatever,
but
wanted.
I don't know.
You wanted to do that. So it was just insane when they hit the market. Coleco, am I saying that right? Because I'm thinking of ColecoVision every time I say it.
I think that's right.
Had them from 82 to 83 or 84. Oh, nope, lies, making up shit. They went bankrupt in 88, then it went to Hasbro, and then it went to Mattel.
Okay.
So the ones that we knew were definitely produced by them. And for Christmas time, you just couldn't get them anywhere. And it was the first time I remember kind of seeing on TV, people climbing over each other, clips from Sears or outside of Kmart.
You'd have news crews that would be out in front of toy stores just watching people tear the shit out of each other just trying to get to a doll.
Yes. Yeah. And what was going on?
Yeah. My mom, when I was talking to her, she said that, so I had one, my sister had one, and we would have gotten it on, that Christmas where it was impossible to find one.
Yes.
Apparently she had gone to a lot of stores. She was looking, she was on the hunt like everybody else, and just happened to be at Toys R Us when a guy came out of the back room, because she said she was in the back corner, where they would be if they had any,
looking despondently.
And he had 6 boxes, and she was like, "Can I get 2 of those? And he's like, yeah, pick out which 2 you want. And so she got very lucky. The fact that she was able to get back to the car,
I know,
and
without
not
being
get mugged,
absolutely
is pretty amazing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's when you got yours.
That's when we got, my sister and I got ours.
That's epic. So the first Christmas of Cabbage Patch Kids, there was not a Cabbage Patch Kid under my tree at all.
Yeah.
And so this is where the story kind of like takes a Gen X turn because of course it's a dead mom story. So in the summer of 1984, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer, and we did all of the things that families do when you have a dying parent. We went on an extended vacation, if you're lucky enough to have them with you. And we had this insane Christmas. So on our extended vacation, we were in Florida, and we'd been there so long. At some point, we had to run to the mall for something. I don't know, clothes, shorts, a toy. I don't know why. But my grandmother and I were like, have this vague sensory memory. We were passing through like a department store toy department. So it was like up on an upper floor.
Okay.
And there were empty shelves, and just kind of like on a back one that was more like at my height. So this is 1984. So I was 11. Okay. So they would have gotten mass market production in 1983. So I was 10. So 11. And I kind of like saw it there. And
like, wait.
I was like, grandmother, oh my gosh, there's a Cabbage Patch Kid. And there was that box, and maybe like a box that had been punched in, it was like not the best doll, but this one was kind of tucked in, and had kind of dark blonde pigtails and a blue and white kind of gingham checked dress.
Yep.
And I was like, they have a Cabbage Patch Kid. And she was like, oh, is that important? She didn't know. Whatever. And I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You can't get them. I can't believe this is here. Nobody could get them at Christmas last year. Everybody was crazy. And she was just like, well, we're going to buy that. And I think it was probably $25.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So we bought that, and that was how I got my Cabbage Patch Kid.
And you said you can't remember her name, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like maybe Annabelle or Annabella or something like that.
Annabelle is not a great name for a doll.
I mean,
it's always haunted and it doesn't go well.
But I do feel like it was something like that, but I don't remember. And I had it for the longest time. It might be in a tote, but I for sure know that it doesn't have all of its clothes if it's in the basement.
Sure.
There's just no freaking way. So I got that one. Just the Gen X tragedy just keeps going.
Super naked doll.
So that in September, I had that one. We came home October, November. Then we had this obscenely large Christmas. I don't even know how much money my parents spent. My whole family came. I mean, as a kid, it was the best fucking thing.
Sure,
in the world.
Of course.
We woke up and there was Star Wars and neon and like everything everywhere. My uncle's there. My aunts are down. But I'm not like, everybody's staring at my mom because she's dying. Like, I don't know that, right?
Right.
So we have this amazing Christmas, and then my mom passed away in March. So what I believe happened next, and I don't know because I'm not a reliable narrator.
In the best recollection that you can possibly have.
Pull together from my child mind is that my grandma, my dad's, either that Christmas or it was the Christmas after my mom died. I don't know. It's not
one of
clear.
the two. Sure.
This Christmas experience, I hope someone else had Christmas like this. This was the not as fun kind of grandparents side.
Okay,
Things
sure.
were just a little more frigid. There's like plastic on the couch and we all had to dress up, and there were just a lot of expectations. We walked in and there were 7 of us girls, and one of the girls was a lot older. So I don't know if she got one. So there were at least 6 of us, and there were wrapped boxes that were absolutely Cabbage Patch Kids.
Sure.
And this was weird and unbelievable because we generally didn't get like good gifts from this grandma. It was like practical, like clothes that we didn't love.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember. Like
itchy PJs and stuff like that.
And so the reason that we had those is because my grandma worked for Sears.
Oh.
And she had like
first
gone
dibs
in really early and gotten them off the truck and gotten them with her discount. But they were the babies, like the bald babies. So it wasn't, even then it wasn't like quite right. Like it wasn't quite the thing that you wanted.
It wasn't itchy PJs, but it still wasn't the doll. Yeah.
And there were so many itchy PJs. Yeah. So that is my personal narrative.
I think it's great.
And associated memories. With Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah. My sister had one. I feel like hers had dark hair. I think mine had blondish, reddish, blondish hair, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they were fun. I thought they were, in hindsight, I don't know that there's a toy that has come out since then, before then or since then with that kind of fervor.
Yes.
And you and I were talking too before we started recording about, this is all pre-internet. So when you think about like how people would have price gouged or, hoarded and then tried to resell, they had to do things like put articles in or put, classifieds in the newspaper.
Yes.
Right. Like I have 4 Cabbage Patch dolls. I'll let them go for $100 each. That kind of thing.
And you were just like calling people on their phones.
Right. Like on their, their wall phone. Right.
With a stretchy cord. Hi, Fred Smith.
Person I do not know. I would like to give you $100 for a Cabbage Patch Kid.
No shit.
I don't even care what they look like.
Yes.
Or what. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So all that, pre-eBay, all of that.
Absolutely. Like the resale. So they fell out of my consciousness after the 80s, but evidently there was a bit of a resurgence of them in the 90s. There was like a U.S. Olympic mascot, Cabbage Patch, and they were including like boys, it wasn't just, I think boys were always a part of it, whatever. 2000, there was like a
you could get it was a little boy or a little girl, right? Like from the beginning.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
And now they're evidently in a new place. I didn't know this. They moved in 2009, 70,000 square feet of space.
A fucking plantation. Look at that picture.
I mean, that says a lot. Magic Crystal Tree, where guests can watch the live delivery of a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh, no.
Yep. Okay. I didn't really look ahead this far, y'all. So I'm going to have to do some extended research. Evidently, it's still hanging in.
Can we please road trip to that?
Should we go? We'll take some photos.
Should. I want to go see this.
Let's do it. There's no admission fee. It's open daily to the public.
Would just be the most horrific and giant waste of our time possible.
Oh, but it would be an really amazing road trip. That would be fun. I'm on board.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do some more research.
Those are quotation fingers happening.
My quotation fingers. Okay,
that's so good.
So that's my toy.
That's good.
What you got? Megan? What was yours?
My toy, and probably still to this day one of my favorites of all time, was Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, I never had a Teddy Ruxpin.
I freaking love Teddy Ruxpin. So Teddy Ruxpin, talking plush-like bear, right? Technically not a bear. So I learned this in my little research. It was an illop, which I believe is spelled L-L-L-I-O-P. Illop.
What is that?
I don't know. It's just, that's what they said. It's a bear-like creature or an illop.
Where are they from? Like, are they not based on an actual animal from another country?
You are asking a lot of questions that I do not have an answer for. The Teddy is described in lore as an illop from the land of Grundo.
Oh, okay.
And he is not a bear.
It's not like based on an animal from Australia. That was my guess.
Oh, no.
Like, they must be from Australia. I don't know why.
Crikey. Yeah, no, he's apparently
so she's a fantasy
land of some sort.
Bear.
Which tracks because the creator, the inventor of Teddy Ruxpin is a gentleman named Earl Kenneth Forsse, which you may think of if you think of the name Ken Forsse, it may make you go, okay, I kind of think I know that name.
Yes,
maybe a little bit.
I think I know that name.
So he was an American inventor. He was a former Disney Imagineer.
Oh,
so he was so he actually created Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy was first released in 1985. He was manufactured by a company called Worlds of Wonder.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was advertised as the world's first animated talking toy. So Teddy, when he launched, was about $70 for retail, which if you did that now would be about $190 in today's money. So he was not a cheap toy, not like not a, spur of the moment kind of thing. You had to really think about buying that. And when you purchased him, you got one cassette that came with him and a book.
Okay.
So those are the two things that came with. Probably the biggest popularity was 85, 86. So like Christmas of 85 was was his big, I guess, debut, right?
Okay.
Sold roughly 8 million units. So 8 million Teddy Ruxpins out there in the world. And that's across, internationally and across different versions of Teddy Ruxpin over the years.
Okay.
So. But Ken Forsse, so what's cool about him, he worked in Walt Disney Productions, and he worked on attractions like It's a Small World and Jungle Cruise. Aww. He also worked for Sid and Marty Krofft. So like he understood puppeteering, he understood like animatronics and all of that.
That's cool.
He actually bought the head of a bear animatronic from Disney. So it like something that he had worked on.
Okay.
And he bought it and brought it home, and he started like creating, like messing with the animatronics to create like basically this talking bear.
Okay.
Which is, I think, incredibly cool.
Yeah.
He wanted to be able to make the soft toy be able to not just have a moving mouth, but have moving eyes and be able to actually speak the words that were on the cassette. So that was pretty cool. So he partnered with a company called Worlds of Wonder to manufacture and distribute the toy for 1985 holiday season, which is pretty cool. Teddy had a cassette player in his back, basically. So you'd pop that open. What's cool is the tapes are not regular tapes. They were actually they had two different streams of data on the tape, which I think is just really fucking cool for like 1985.
Yeah, for sure.
So 2 tracks. The left track was all the audio story. Okay. So you'd hear the audio story. But the right track had all of the control data that was going through it as well. So it was basically telling these little motors that were in the eyes and the mouth when to fire to go alongside the other track.
That's
so like everything,
crazy.
I know, it's just the coolest thing. So, and I don't know that I don't know that we have technology now that's like that, right?
I don't know what that toy equivalent would be.
I can't think of anything
where it's that specific. Like I know there are things that like words come out and the mouth, like it's not synchronized. Right. It just sort of has movement.
Yeah.
And there are like, robo tracks and all kinds of things, but it's not like here's a little Disney animatronic in your house.
Right. Like here's your very own little It's a Small World critter. So what was kind of cool is they had earlier versions and those had fewer motors, or I should say they had 3 motors. So they had the mouth and they had each eye. Right?
Okay.
And then later they redesigned it so that it just had 2 motors so that you basically had less opportunity for it to break. Right.
Okay.
And it was
that makes sense.
and cheaper to make.
Sure.
To be honest.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. They had replaceable batteries in them, and then of course when those would go bad, then Teddy would look a little sad when I would start doing some things, start to slur his words a little bit. Teddy needs a nap now. So that was pretty cool. And then I don't know if you remember, he had a sidekick too. So Teddy had.
So I didn't until I saw like pictures and I was like, what the hell is this? What is that?
So they sold producer Tim is laughing. They sold an orange caterpillar.
Sure.
That was his octoped companion, and its name was Grubby.
Why not? Grubby the caterpillar?
Grubby the caterpillar.
Okay.
Grubby was cool. Grubby didn't do shit on his own.
Oh, okay.
But you could have a little cable that you connect the two.
Oh.
And then Grubby would actually talk as well. Okay. And so like they could read a story together.
Forever tethered
to your
he could not come
to your Ilyop
to life without Teddy.
Nope.
Grubby was ceased to exist.
Grubby was just useless without him.
I don't know why that makes me think of the movie Mannequin. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but I like it.
Without you, like she just comes to life in the department store.
That's exactly right.
Like, oh god,
that's so good.
And so I just imagine like millions of Grubbies like alone on toys, like on like Goodwill shelves. No cord.
Nope.
No Teddy Ruxpin, because everybody kept their fucking Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, everybody wanted Teddy, but Grubby.
Guessing. But they were like, somebody's got to go, you know, and like Grubby's just out the door.
Grubby goes in the donation box, and
he's in the landfill with Stretch Armstrong. R.I.P. Grubby. R.I.P. Stretch.
Oh my god, so brilliant. Good. So the other piece to this that I think is pretty interesting, and from as a marketing person, I find all of this super fascinating. But they actually created an ABC weekend special in 1985.
Oh no shit!
And that happened, of course, right before the holidays. So you want to stir up some people getting really excited and getting some kids really juiced up about a talking teddy bear. You have an ABC weekend special to like really fire them up.
Brilliant.
Yep. Okay. I know, right? Like,
do you remember watching
manipulation?
It? No. Okay.
No, don't remember
there was
it at all.
It was like a Teddy Ruxpin cartoon kind of vibe. Okay.
Yep. So they had that. And then afterwards, after the holiday, they had a 65 episode animated series.
That I do kind of remember.
Do you kind of remember that?
Yes.
So it was called The Adventures of Teddy Ruxpin, and it ran from 1986 to 1987. So short-lived, but
that's a lot of episodes.
I know. Well,
in those 2 years.
Cram that shit in.
I mean, I guess they're probably like 21 minutes max, like with ads and stuff.
Sure.
Pretty brief.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We've always been watching short form content.
I just know that there's like animators that are just like, just working their little asses off to draw those pictures. Yes.
Which was great.
Yeah. Right.
That's amazing.
Anyway, so they also, in 1985, this is kind of a cool little trivia nugget. Teddy Ruxpin was enlisted as the spokes bear, even though he wasn't a bear.
No, he should have been the spokes
Illop for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So using his popularity, he was able to deliver child safety messages to keep kids, this whole stranger danger message and street smarts,
Yes. Stay away from strangers and
that kind of thing. Stay away from your grubby
Uncle Grubby.
Uncle Grubby.
Stay away from Uncle Grubby. Also.
That's so bad.
May or may not be a caterpillar. So you had a Teddy Ruxpin.
I did. I absolutely had a Teddy Ruxpin.
Do you remember receiving Teddy Ruxpin?
I do
how did that
not.
go down?
Okay. I do not. I know. So we were always really spoiled at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Like, not spoiled to the fact that we would go to Georgia to hand pick out a custom painted,
hand signed by Xavier Roberts
Cabbage Patch Kid. Not that
stuffed doll,
but we had a lot of toys. There were a lot of things underneath the tree, and I suspect that Teddy Ruxpin was one of those that showed up. And honestly, like I would 100% have one today. Like I think it is just the cool. Yeah, it's the coolest technology.
It is neat.
That's just to be able to have that. I love him. I love him. We had and I can't think of anything even remotely close to that my daughter even had. Like that was that Tickle Me Elmo and crap like that, right? That was
I remember
kind of
those.
fun.
And like from a price point, as you were talking, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like the droid shop in Disneyland. Like you can build a droid.
Yes.
But it's not the same kind. This isn't it. That's you have to go there and it's very exclusive and it's a droid. So you expect it to be mechanical. It's not an adorable teddy bear that's talking to you.
Right. And reading you stories and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but like the only thing I was just trying to brainstorm anything that Gillian had when she was little that, would have, but nothing. And the only thing that came to mind was we had, when she was really little, I was at home with her and our house was actually struck by lightning. We lived, a block away from here, by the way. So,
you got struck by lightning over there?
Yes. So we got struck by lightning and the lightning actually bounced off of the flashing on our fireplace.
Okay.
Or on the roof and like bounced to neighbors' houses and bounced all the way down the block and like blew out
wild.
Like washers and dryers and stuff a block away and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh,
super wild.
Crazy.
But the way that it hit, it actually like burned up a bunch of our internal wiring.
Okay.
So it was loud as fuck. We got out of there. We called the 911 and then I called Jeff, called my husband, and I'm like, our house was just struck by lightning. You need to come home right now. And he's like, no, it wasn't. And I'm like, are you fucking gaslighting me right now? I'm pretty sure I was in the house.
Yep.
And it was struck by lightning. And so he says that, and then he hears fire engines coming down the street. So he's like, I'll be right there. And so I'm sitting out on the front porch and everything with my daughter and our dog, who is traumatized.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just sitting on the front porch, and the firefighters come in and they take care of everything. They make sure that nothing's on fire.
Yeah.
And they track soot everywhere, and it was a nightmare. But they went into Gillian's room and they brought downstairs this Cookie Monster toy that she had. And this Cookie Monster toy was...
like the firefighters brought it down?
Yeah, because they were like, you got to see this.
I just want to be clear.
So it was this battery operated thing that it would open its mouth and you could throw cookies from a distance, right? Like a little game thing. Yes. Well, Cookie Monster was apparently like supercharged. And so they put this thing down. It is turned off. It is 100%. In fact, I don't think it had batteries in it.
No.
Like it was
What's you with the possessed
it's sitting there, and it's sitting on the ground, and it opens its mouth and it's like, C is for cookie. And it's making this like horrific noise. And we're just like, what the hell? Gillian's just laughing her ass off. That's the closest thing to Teddy Ruxpin she ever had.
That's very impressive, though. That's very impressive. Oh my God.
Cheers for cookie. I'm pretty sure that thing talked for a good 2-3 days before it finally
was lightning charged.
Uncharged itself.
I mean, isn't that the plot of Frankenstein?
Oh,
kind of.
Yeah.
It's alive.
It was definitely alive.
Yeah.
Were your appliances fried, or were you okay?
Everything was, we lost a TV, at least a TV, and I think our dryer got fried, but everything else was pretty much okay. Wild. Just we did have to have
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, it blew. You know, of course, old house.
Yeah.
So we had used to have like coal burning furnace.
Yeah.
And we had like this plate that was on the wall where they would have delivered coal and all that stuff. Well, that blew off, and it apparently had, 100 years worth of coal dust in there. So that went flying everywhere. So the basement was kind of fucked up for a while, but
that's crazy.
Yeah. And you could see all of the electrical wires in our walls because they had all burned. So that was pretty freaking weird. Yeah, we got lucky. Totally we really got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, I was just imagining what you're saying about your neighbors. So it's like,
oh yeah,
but there's a good reason to get all your wiring replaced.
Knob and tube, no mo.
So if anybody has a Teddy Ruxpin, keep it, or let Megan know, and maybe she'll buy it from you.
Maybe I will, because I love that little booger. Yeah, it's great.
I did do just a quick search for something because I thought it was important to go back and get this name. The folk artist was Martha Nelson Thomas.
Okay.
And that was the woman who sued him for copying her doll baby's design, leading to a major legal battle that resulted in an out-of-court settlement for an undisclosed amount, though Roberts continued to profit from the dolls.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So
he built a plantation.
Roberts and the toy company Coleco for copyright infringement and unfair competition. So I just, a female folk artist in Appalachia, felt it was important to name her.
No, I think that's great.
And so Teddy Ruxpin beat the Cabbage Patch dolls in it was the $8 million their initial launch.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay. In 1983, when everything was super crazy, $3 million by the end of that year, but $65 million within the first decade.
Oh, wow.
By 1985, $20 million. So I was just kind of curious, what if that was like a growing insanity toy craze thing, like because Teddy was the next, like he would have hit an 85 and they hit like an 83, but and it continued. So I was just kind of curious about like the stats on that.
Like if all of a sudden, well,
like people were like, oh, what's the, I think there was always a, what's the next hot toy, but not on this kind of scale.
Right. The moment you start having actual real life, like, fights in toy stores for toys, then it's like, okay, now the gloves are no pun intended off, and every year you're gonna have another hot toy. So I don't know I'm so out of touch now with what it might be now.
I have no idea. I did know American Girl dolls just because we went to the store, I think at some point when my child was young. I don't know if we actually bought her one. I think we just went to look at it.
I remember buying my daughter one and wanting her to be really into it. And she was like, did not care.
Because they were like,
so it was like, well, and they were smart, they were like,
the stories,
there's a little history that went.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, didn't really care.
That. I don't know. I haven't done toys in a long time other than grown-up toys.
Yeah. Well, they had for Teddy Ruxpin, talking about the marketing with it and to kind of continue to build that hype up. What was the actress's name who was in Family Ties? The mom, Judith
Meredith Baxter.
Was that no
Family Ties?
Family Ties.
I think that's who that was.
Is that Meredith Baxter?
Oh no,
I thought it was Judith something or other. Anywho.
We're looking.
We're Googling it.
Meredith Baxter was the mom.
Okay.
Justine Bateman was the sister.
I feel like, I can't remember. There was somebody who was like the spokesperson for Teddy Ruxpin. That was like, if you want to be a good mom, you buy your kids this Teddy Ruxpin.
Really?
Yeah. So I know you're Googling that shit.
We'll look, and then we'll let you all go on with your afternoon. The spokesperson for
Growing
Joanna
Pains.
Kearns.
Growing Pains. So Joanna Kearns from Growing Pains.
A little creepy.
There she is.
Oh, it's so manipulative. Oh, I remember this commercial. Okay, people, go look for the commercial, Teddy Ruxpin commercial. This was posted in 2006, but it's an OG from like 1985. We'll probably get sued, but you could kind of hear that. I doubt it.
It'll be fun. They're probably thrilled if we're advertising their Teddy Ruxpin dolls.
So send us your stories if you have memories. Maybe you were lucky enough to go get your own soft sculptured. I mean, if you lived in Georgia.
Yeah.
It wasn't a vacation.
Drive down the street and get one.
You could have gone.
Straight from the patch.
If you've gone to the patch recently or the Crystal Palace or whatever
Please tell us what we should expect by going to the patch.
If there's a Teddy Ruxpin museum, let us know.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be so fun.
If they get struck by lightning, then that'd be really fucked up.
It would be terrifying. Sheesh for cookie and Christmas.
I'm Teddy Ruxpin.
We should have one more episode before the end of the year. We're going to try to get one more recorded, and then we'll take a little pause in January like we did last year and figure out what the fuck we're going to do moving forward.
I like it.
See how it goes.
All right. Well, get your shopping done, lady.
Done.
You have been listening to Gen X Women Are Sick of This Shit. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Leslie.
What do people do if they want to find us?
Well, we have a website that people can find us on, and that is genxwomenpod.com. We also have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram account as well. We have a YouTube account where we put YouTube shorts and other little tidbits up there. We have a TikTok account.
I don't talk the tick or tick the talk.
You don't tick the talk?
I do not.
I barely talk the tick, but I did put a TikTok up.
We're explaining the internet to people.
That's
okay, though.
It's great.
We need to know how the internet works. Can people buy merch?
They absolutely can. We have a merch store on the website itself, and we also have an Etsy store, too. So they're just pretty easy to find. It's just Gen X Women on Etsy.
And if you are listening to this podcast, presumably you found it somewhere. And while you're there, give us a review.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Throw some stars at us.
That'd be great. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Ooh, 5.
Maybe 10.
And also make sure that you are hitting subscribe so that you're notified whenever a new episode drops.
Most important.
We also have a 5 minutes of fame that I think we should tell people about too.
Hell yes. We want to know your stories, your 5 minutes of fame stories. You can send those stories in on the website, or you can call 1-888-GEN-X-POD and leave your story for us, and we will play it live in our next episode.
Yep.
2 or 3.
We'll listen to it on a little red phone just like Batman.
That'd be cool. Let's get a bat phone.
A bat phone.
I think that's it.
I think you're right.